everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And I came in today to talk about Rachel Dolezal. I don't know if you guys remember her, but she is the white woman that posed as a black woman while working at the Washington chapter of the NAACP. And she was outed and went on television explaining how she believed in her head, that she was a black woman. Now, months ago, I did a video about her and, just expressed my feelings, how I felt like she was inauthentic and that she was playing at a suffering that we as black women here in America go through. She was playing at it. And I got some pushback and some flack in that video with people saying if she wants to be black, let her have it and blah, blah, blah. And I just never had a good feeling about her. Something about her felt a little shady to me. And I am the type of person that operates on feelings and impressions of what I get from people. That has got me through life when I trust my instincts about someone. Well, here recently, Rachel Dolezal has been charged with welfare fraud. Let me just tell y'all what occurred. So back in February of 2017, Rachel Dolezal did an interview where she talked about how much her life had changed. In that interview, she talked about being on welfare, receiving food stamps, and worried that her and her two children might end up homeless. And, just going through what was happening in her life at that time. Now, shortly after that, she released a book about, her life, her experiences, and how she came to be the Rachel Dolezal that we all heard about. Now, right around that time, the welfare, when she released the book, she had been telling them that she had roughly about $500 coming in a month. So they did an investigation. And what they found out is over a period of a few months that she had deposited over $83,000 into her bank account. Now, during the time from like 2015 to 2017, she had been receiving help from the welfare, in the form of child support. I think it was for daycare, $100 a month, and she had been receiving food stamps, and all of this totaled almost $9,000. So when they saw that she had deposited that $83,000 while she was on welfare, they went after her. And that brings us to today, where she's being charged with welfare fraud. Now, a lot of people had mixed feelings about her. I just felt like she was a little shady. And to me, this welfare fraud thing further lets me know that my initial feelings about her were true. Because first of all, when you're doing the book, you get advances, little bits of money here and there. Well, for some, lots of bits of money here and there. Why didn't she report that to the welfare? Because that's what they're saying. They're saying that when she started to receive this money for this book, she never let them know. She continued on getting the food stamps and the, additional financial help that they were providing for her. And that's against the law. So she was breaking the law, y'all. And because this woman is a college graduate, because she is who she is, she understood that when you are receiving money from the government and you have other money coming in, especially money to the tune of $83,000, you need to let them folks know what's going on, that your financial status has changed. And the fact that she didn't, and now they are, prosecuting her and she could serve up to 15 years, I say, you know what? You deserve it. I don't feel sorry for you. I didn't feel sorry for her back when she was claiming to be a black woman in her head and wearing cornrows and getting her hair done up like black women. I just felt almost like she was mocking us. I don't know what made me think that, but I just got that feeling that this woman was mocking us. Well, y'all, her ass is in trouble now. I don't feel any sympathy for this woman. I don't know what her angle is. I don't even, well, even when she was doing that whole thing about being black in her head and all of this stuff, I sat and watched her interview. And I said, either this woman has some type of issues mentally, or this is all for some type of gain. I just didn't feel that she was being authentic, And I wonder how she cooked all this stuff up, how she fooled those people at that NAACP office into believing that she was black. I wonder, well, she obviously probably had to tell them that she probably was biracial, because she doesn't look like just, an all black woman. So she probably led them to believe that she was biracial, because, we have biracial people in our race that could have and have passed for white, That's just the mixture of our blood. The fact that she literally told a lie or let those people believe that she was biracial, that bothered me, y'all. And I was surprised that down in my comments, people were defending her in that. Now, I know that within the NAACP organization, there are not only blacks, but there are people of other races that serve and have really deep interest in seeing equality, and they are there for purely good reasons. And I'm not saying that she wasn't. The part that bothered me is, because there are several races within that organization, why not just come in as who you truly were, who your parents said that you were, a white woman, and do the work? You don't have to be there pretending to be something that you're not. Then once you're found out, going on a media campaign all over every station, explaining how in your head, you are this black woman. Why are you wearing, cornrows and all of this stuff? I believe that I heard that she was once a hairstylist, and I think she did black women's hair. I think that Rachel Dolezal has some race issues. Just like, we know that in our race, there are some black people that truly try to live their lives as white people, we call them Oreos, and some of them we call Coons and Uncle Tom and all of that. I believe that for her, she had some issues deep inside of her that had to do with race too. I don't know if she grew up around black people. I don't know, if she, watched television and saw black people and wanted to be like them. Child, I don't know, because I ain't never heard no shit like this, y'all. When I think about it, it's almost comical, because the history, how black people are treated a lot of people were saying the fact that she wanted to live that experience, be that experience, is honorable and all of that. I don't think it is, y'all. I think something was wrong with the chick. Something went right up in her head. Well, the fact is now, child, she is going to get, what America thinks is the true experience of being a black woman, because she's being charged with fucking welfare fraud. They think we all on welfare, and, we ain't got no jobs, and that we popping out babies left and right, and all we want is a welfare check and some food stamps. Y'all, I find this funny because I remember a point in my life, oh Lord, about 8-9 years ago, right during the, when the recession hit and jobs were laying off. I had got fucking laid off from my damn job. Came in one day and they had told us that they had to let 10 of us go. It was back when I was a travel agent and I was working for this small agency. So they couldn't, hold or keep all of the agents that they had. So they start cleaning house, and I was one of the first ones that, left. And I remember going to file for unemployment. And then one of my girlfriends who had got laid off with me, she said she had went and filed for, food stamps and all that stuff. So she was like, Rachel, you still got a child under 18. You should go ahead and file as well. So I was like, you think I can get food stamps? And she was like, yeah, child. At that point, not being able to find a job for month after month after month, I was like, I'm filing for food stamp and every other stamp that I can get. So y'all, I went and filled out the application and filed for it. Do you know that it was denied because they said that my unemployment was too much? What they did do is put my daughter on, I think it's called a Healthy Start. And I was thinking, Lord, my daughter wasn't the one that came down there and filed. It was me. Where is my help at? The point I'm trying to make is, at a point in my life when I actually needed those food stamps due to being laid off and looking for a job for 4 or 5 months. That was the first time in my life, y'all, that I had ever looked for a job and literally the phone was not ringing. And it was because not only was I looking for a job, but there were thousands of Americans out there who had gotten laid off due to that damn recession back in 2008. And we all were looking for jobs at the same time. So it was hard to find a job. I really needed them damn stamps. And they denied me. I was like, what the hell? I am poor, broke, running through my savings and everything. And you mean to tell me that this broad, this Rachel Dolezal, was getting help for daycare? I think she was getting $100 in child support, which she was due that because, if she had a child by a man and, he wasn't in the home, then, you work out child support. But you also receiving food stamps and every other type of financial help that you can get. And you get a $83,000 payout for a book. And you don't tell those people, you don't report that, you keep the money. And didn't she just have a documentary called The Rachel Divide or something? Did she get paid for that as well? Did she report that money? See, they always believe that it's us doing these types of welfare fraud. And a lot of instances, y'all, it is white people doing it. Because I used to work for Medicaid, and a lot of people would believe that the majority of the people that are on welfare are black. And what I started to realize is that because there are more people in America that are white, it stands to reason that the majority of the people who are receiving public assistance are white, just by sheer virtue of the number of white Americans in this country. Is some white person doing those really big cases of welfare fraud. Black people ain't getting away with that shit for too long. They will get investigated and convicted and be in jail. it's these white people to be living in mansions and shit and receiving welfare. Y'all, I just wanted to come in and talk about that story and find out if you guys had heard about it. What do you think of Rachel Dolezal now? Those folks that were feeling sorry for her. I knew for some reason that my instincts about this broad initially were right. I thought she was shady, and she has proven to be shady with this recent case of welfare fraud. Leave your comments down in the comments section, y'all. Thanks as always for watching my video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care now.